Hey, if you are new to Google Sheets, and then there's a few things that you're going to want to know in order to navigate your spreadsheet. One is what happens when you push enter, and it's important that you push enter, and I'll explain why in a minute. And you can push tab to get to other cells, and you're going to want to know about tabs at the bottom, the sheet tabs for creating multiple pages in your sheet. So I've gone to sheets.new, which is one of my favorite ways to make a new spreadsheet. That's not the only way. You can, of course, go to Google Drive or sheets.google.com. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some data right into this table. So take a look. I'm just going to click on a cell. I'm in column C, row 3. So this is C3, and I'm going to type Alice. Now, you'll notice that I'm in editing mode, so it's really important that I push enter to move out of that cell to save it into that cell. There's no save button in Sheets, but you do need to navigate away from the cell after you type into it. And do Nancy, enter, call my brother and my sister, enter, and then I'm going down, and notice as I push enter, it's going to go down the spreadsheet. Now, Google Sheets, or a spreadsheet, is actually a collection of sheets known as the workbook. So in this particular workbook, in this spreadsheet, I have one sheet. It says Sheet 1, and you can see that right down here at the bottom on the Sheet tab. I can go ahead and double click and rename this. Let's call it Names and push Enter. Now I'm going to add another sheet. It's going to go to this plus icon down here in the bottom left, and I click Add Sheet to add. You see it says Sheet 2. Now, very common for Google Sheets is you're going to want column headers. That's what you're going to put in that first row that describes what goes in each column. So I'm going to put first name, tab, last name, tab. I'm going to put email address, tab, and I'm going to put note. Now, when I push enter, watch what happens. Notice it went back to column A. Now, this is important because when you pushed enter, it normally just went straight down. So why did I push enter and it go down and left? Now, maybe this is confusing because I was saying use tab, and then there's tabs at the bottom. So the tab key, if you look at your keyboard, is right above your caps lock. It's up here on the upper left-hand side of your keyboard. And tab is going to move you to the right in your spreadsheet, whereas enter moves you down. So what I want to do is I want to start filling out this information in my spreadsheet so I can navigate through here. So I can put Alice, Keeler, and I'll just put alice@email.com. Now I'm pushing the tab key. You'll notice I'm now in column D. Alice loves spreadsheets. Now I'm going to push enter because I'm trying to create an entire table of data. So the next thing I'm doing, I'm push enter. I'm going to put Nancy, that's my sister, and I push tab. Now I'm ready to put in her last name right here in column B, Klepek, and I'm going to push tab. Now I can put in her email address, nancy@email.com, tab, Nancy is my sister, and I push enter. Now I can start typing Paul and push tab, and you can see how quickly I can fill out a table of data by using the tab key and the enter key. So let's look again at those tabs at the bottom. It's a tab on the sheet. So I'm going to click that plus icon here in the bottom left. I'm going to add some sheets. So you can see I have sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5. And I can simply double click to put in what sheet name on the tab that I want to call it. So I'm going to call this table of names. And maybe this one is going to be foods that they like. And so I'm able to actually click on the different tabs. You see them on this first tab, names, the second tab, which when I click on the tab, it shows me the sheet. So now I'm on the table of names, and you can actually drag those tabs of the sheets around. So using sheets and tabs, using those words interchangeably, is pretty common. But don't confuse it with the tab key, which allows you to tab to the right, or shift tab allows you to tab to the left. Now, if you want to navigate because you have a lot of sheets, come down here to these 3 lines icon where it shows you all the sheets, and it's going to give you a table of contents of your sheet tabs so you can jump to one quickly.